Hello, Barkan Ozar here. Today we're continuing with the third Days of JavaScript series, day 3. Let's go. We will see booleans, the boolean type, true, false, values it can get, or expressions result. For example, 4 bigger than 3 will return true and the value will be stored in the variable. True to values. There's a thing here. There's a, for example, all strings are accepted true to variables. All numbers, positive and negative, except 0, are accepted as true to variables. So JavaScript transformed these values to booleans. And this is especially important if you are comparing two values with the equal symbol. But using triple equal symbol will solve because it will also check its type as well. And false values, 0 is accepted as false, 0n is accepted as false, null, undefined, none, the boolean false, and the empty strings will accept it as a boolean false. Undefined, we saw it's undefined if we don't declare a variable as value, initialize the variable, it will be undefined. Null, we need to set its value to null, means no value. And there are assignment operators in JavaScript. One equal symbol means we are setting a value to a variable. Plus equal means add this value to the variable. -1 decrease, multiply and divide are works the same way. Divide this value, multiply this value, etc. And percentage equal means modulus symbols, so it divides that value and gets the result. For example, 10 modulus 2 is 0 because the result will be 5 and there will be no remaining. And the star asterisk equals is gets its power. So 2 power 3 will be stored, 8 will be stored. Arithmetic operations, plus, minus, multiply, divide, modulus, power of, as we talked. These are some examples how they work. So comparison, the triple equals also checks its type, as I said 2 minutes earlier. Not equal, greater than, less than, greater than or equal, less than or equal. And here's some examples. I will do the exercises as well, so I will explain it there. We are comparing the lengths here, the lengths of the strings. I will talk about this later on the video. Logical operators is 4 larger than 3, true. 10 larger than 5, true. True and true is true. This is the OR operator. 4 is greater than 3, true. 10 is greater than true. True or true is true. So if it's AND, they need to both to be true. If it's OR, one of them can be true, the result to be true, or both can be true. But if they both are false, it will result as false. Increment operator, the pre-increment is 0, increment and count, it will be result as 1 and it will be stored that way. So its value will be changed. The post-increment, the pre-increment and post-increment are generally the same unless you are using it in the same line. Some things change. At least in C it was like that. I'm not sure if it's in JavaScript too, but I think it's kind of similar ternary operators. So these are pretty popular, but not liked by the clean code followers, because you kind of skipped that line, but it's easier to understand. For example, is raining true? Is raining question mark? So there is a Boolean part, and for that result, first, if it's true, do this one. Else, if it's false, do this one. If it's true, console log, you need a rain code. If it's false, you don't need to rain a code. So this works like ternary operator works like this. Operator precedence. So some operators has precedence, so they are more important. So they are calculated first. Knowing this will decrease the blocks, probability of blocks. Window prompt lets you get a value from the user with a window. So enter a number goes here. This is just a label for the input box, and enter number is the explanation what you need to do. You can just give an explanation also, but confirm is different. You can also store that variable. Confirm method displays a dialog box with a specified message along with an OK and cancel button. A confirm box is often used to ask permission from user to execute something. Yeah, it works like this. Date objects. Date objects are pretty simple actually in JavaScript. Just the names are a little bit confusing. So for get the year, for example 2020, you need to write get full year. So we are creating a date object and then getting the full year. For example, now's full year, it will say 2023, but not the year, the full year. Get month gets the month starting from 0. So if it's January, it will start from 0. Don't forget that. And they get the date. But date does not start from 0, it starts from 1 and goes to 31. Hours, on the other hand, starts from 0. Wow. But it is, in real life, it starts from 0. In get minutes, it starts from 0, goes to 59, seconds as well, milliseconds also, and the get time method gives you the time as milliseconds starting from 1 January 1970, and the get day, get the weekday as a number. So why 1970? It's probably the digitalization started from that time. At least that's my guess. Creating a date, a time object, constant now, new date, and you just get the date of now. Full year, get full year, it gives you the full year, get month, date, date, day, hours, minutes, seconds, time. Now get time, it will give you the milliseconds starting from the 1970. Date now. You can also check they're equal. To show it to the user, you need to plus month to the month, because month starts from 0, but in reality it starts from 1. The first month is January. So just don't forget about that. Rest is same, you can just use it. Exercise this time. Declare first name, country. We just declare things and check their type. It's simple. Level 1 examples, I'm passing them fast. Type of 10 is string. This is not string, this is an integer, so it's false. We're parsing it, it becomes an integer, and this is it's a number. No, this is parse integer. Yeah, this is false. Interesting. Boolean value is either true or false. Okay, it starts here. 0, triple equal, check the empty string. Triple equal symbol checks if their type is same as well. And if in this case it's not, so it's false. But if you checked it with double equal symbols, it will say true, because empty string is accepted as the Boolean value false. A type of string 10 false, type of this false. For example, here we use double equal symbol and it is true. This is true and this is true. Figure out the results. We just console log it. First we guessed it to see if we understand it fully. So 4 is greater than 3, 4 is greater than 3, blah blah blah. They're also true, this is also true, this is false, this is false, this is false, true, true, and the lengths are not equal is false because their lengths are equal. So too easy, I passed it, you could do it too. This is the same example, you just try to understand fully by doing it. So for each one I had to create a new date. I could just create one, but I don't know why I did that. I could do it too. Here I'm trying the prompt, getting the base, getting the height, and multiplying it. Trying example and doing the same. Just the trick here was, if you wouldn't parse int that values, these values will be accepted as string as default. And when you try to use multiply symbol between them, it will get concatenated. But we don't want that. It looks weird. We just want to do a basic number operation, and we need to use parse int. Be careful there. And I just passed these because it was exactly the same example, and I found no meaning by doing it again and again. And here, write a script that prompts the user to enter number of years, calculate the number of seconds as a person remained to live, assume someone just lives 80 years. So I did here, and now daytime remaining time, the 80 year minus age minus 1, because I want to get the exact seconds, so I just not decrease, minus, just minus, for example, my age 23, I minus 22, and just 1 year left, and for that year I just get the months equivalent of seconds, the days equivalent of seconds, hours equivalent of seconds, and minutes equivalent of seconds. So you can live maximum this amount of seconds. And to show that time, I tried to make it wait for 1 second. So in my mind, it was going like that: decrease, 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 decrease. But it kind of worked. The problem was, whenever I run it again and again, it didn't continue when it left. It just started from 0, and the reason was I don't know. I can't solve it. If you can solve this problem, be sure to comment down below. Here, create a human readable time format. Yeah, we're just formatting these values, and don't forgetting adding 1 to the month. And we're just we are injecting these variables inside a string. Okay, level 3. Level 3. In level 3, it shows us to convert these values in a whole human readable format. So if it has a single digit, you need to concatenate 0 at the start, sorry, at the beginning. So if it's months smaller than 10, we just concatenate 0 as well. Day 3 is over. Thank you for listening. Take care.